It's been 5 years since Islamic terrorists kidnapped hundreds of girls from a school in Nigeria. In this week's edition of World Beat, George Thomas speaks to one brave Christian who escaped the clutches of the terror group and now actually lives in the United States.
Hello everyone, welcome to World Beat, where we show you what's happening in the world and how you can pray about it. 5 years ago, 276 girls were abducted by the Islamic terror group Boko Haram from a Nigerian school. They came to be known as the Chibok girls, and their plight sparked global outrage and launched the social media campaign using the hashtag #BringBackOurGirls. 57 of the girls managed to escape within those first frantic moments of the attack on the all-girls school in the small town of Chibok. Over the years, 107 girls were released as part of a deal between the Nigerian government and the Islamic terror group. 5 years later, 112 girls are still missing, prompting accusations that Nigeria's government is doing very little to free the remaining Chibok girls. 23-year-old Joy Bashara was among a handful of girls who managed to escape on that April day in 2014. She's now a junior at Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida. Joy, thank you so much for coming on the show. How did you manage to escape that night?
We were all behind the truck when they took us. So our truck actually loaded first. When they let us out of the school, we were just thinking they were going to let us go because we have this mindset of them not killing women. So, but then when they were leading us into the bush, that was when we realized, oh, we're very wrong. And while that car was driving, I was just crying in the car, wondering what my life will be like. Okay, I'm going to miss my brothers, I'm going to miss my mom, I'm not going to see any of my loved ones. And something just came up, like it just struck me to pray. And then I started praying, asking God to please provide a way for me to go back to my family. And then God answered my prayer. A few minutes later, one of their car wasn't moving, which one of the important person was in there, so they had to fix it. And the people that were around our trucks had to go back in order to help to fix that car, and our truck kept moving. We went far away from those people who were actually watching us. So the last truck, there were 3 trucks, but the last one, I was in there, and we were able to jump out of that truck. So that's how I jumped out and started running through the thorny bushes, and I made it home.
Can you share your thoughts, Joy, about the 112 girls who remained captive by Boko Haram 5 years later today?
Sure. It's kind of heartbreaking that I have to talk about it, because it's just something that is very hard, because it's been 5 years. And just having the thought of your daughter being somewhere alive, you don't know what she's passing through alone is enough. And just watching those parents suffer, and me imagining what the girls are suffering in the bush, what they're passing through, is just so painful. But up to this day, I'm still holding on to the hope that I'll see them soon. God will open a way, and they'll come back to their family as well.
These are dangerous times for Christians in Nigeria, right?
It is very dangerous, because last week actually, one village right next to Chibok was attacked, and they burned down every food that the village poor people have in their homes, and now they're just running through the bush, running everywhere without any food, without any clothing. They burned down everything at that village. Those kind of people will end up either dying on their way, trying to survive to get to another village, or getting help by people who are driving by. It's just really hard, passing through that, and just watching them pass through that and not be able to do anything about it, because there is nothing is being done, for sure, because up to this day, those Boko Haram people, they do whatever they like, and they get away with it.
Joy, what has life been for you since you came here to the United States?
I am very thankful, because I know that God had a plan for me. That's why among like 260-something girls in that truck, I was one among those who were able to jump down. He had a purpose for that, and I've been doing well since I came here.
Has it been hard?
Studying very hard and pursuing my dreams in life. I just can't wait to see what God have in the future for me. But the best way to help my people is to get rid of those terrorist people who have taken away happiness from them and just like left them with like nothing but fear, torture, hunger, and just nothing else but pain. Last semester, I changed my major to social work. Because why? I want to work with people. I want to be able to be there for those who cannot speak for themselves. I want to be the voice, their own voice. I want to be able to help them through their difficult times. I want to be able to work with an organization who will I will also provide resources for them if that's what they need. If they need counseling, I want to be able to be there. I just want to work with people, be in their lives when they're in difficult terms, because I have passed through it and I know how hard it can be. So I just want to work with people. That's why I chose to change my major into social work, and I've been doing great since then.
Fantastic, Joy. We wish you all the very best and continue to keep moving forward. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, folks, that is it for today's edition of World Beat. Until next time, goodbye and God bless you.